Hello and welcome to another episode of the Why Am I Here podcast on this Good Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well and safe. Got a nice show for you with a special guest. Will be introduced later. I forgot to record the intro, so here am I doing. I'm doing it right now. Stumbled over my words there. So yeah, why am I here today? I'm here today for the Sqwalla-thon. Shout out to my boy Sqwalla, who's been live streaming on Twitch for the past 2 weeks. Shout out to him, and enjoy the show, everyone. We will be streaming the podcast from now on Twitch, twitch.tv/whyamiherepod. So go ahead and give the channel a follow, and you'll check out the live streams. Have you listened to the podcast before?
Yes, I've listened to the podcast before. Specifically, the last one before I started the Sqwalla-thon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Oscars, because that was the week before, and then so you did I can pick it out. You're talking about your predictions, and then before you said something. I forget you did something. You're talking about some film that's on the way that you're not really excited for. You said something was ass too. I know you were like, it was ass. I don't know.
That sounds like me.
This was ass. You thought something was.
Wait, I can actually find it in these notes.
Yeah, I forgot I have them too. Let me just keep them up. You said Channel 5. Channel 5. You said Morbius was ass. That's what it was.
I mean, yeah, I guess it was
Halo was okay. You liked Atlanta. I remember you liked Atlanta.
Yeah,
I liked Atlanta too.
I love Atlanta.
I watched episode 1 was just like nothing, and I love how it had nothing to do with any of them.
I know.
It was just more like a little short film almost about how shit was so funny.
It was fire, dude.
When it was just like, because I feel that shit, because like I feel like everyone with I always say aggressive moms, but like moms that would just that like that, where they would just be like, you better fucking, you're lucky. You're lucky.
You're living here. Like,
you don't even know.
Out there in the real world, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and then like the kid just gets fucking humbled real
quick.
Right off the bat, he gets this crazy white. I want to ruin it for people, but
yeah, no, don't ruin it. Don't
just know it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, Atlanta's a great show. It's one of my favorites right now. You checked out Halo as well?
I did. I mean, I saw. I'm not obviously up to date. I have no concept of what's going on.
Yeah, you probably missed the last two. I mean, I missed the last two, honestly.
That's
I watched like half of the last episode when they introduced Cortana, and I had to go do something.
I did watch episode 2 then, so I did see the Cortana shit. But like,
I mean, no, that was like 3.
Yeah, I didn't see episode 3. I saw episode 2. I think. Yeah, because then I saw episode 2 because that's when he like goes off with the. You didn't see 2?
I saw 2. He goes off with the girl,
and then drops it off at the one bull. Yeah, the bull.
Yeah, the ex.
It's okay. Bull. It reminds me of like a corny ass like what's the one with the bugs and shit?
Space Trooper or something like that.
Yeah, or like Battlestar Galactica, where it's just like this like sci-fi show that's good. It's got like good like lore around it, but like everything else is kind of like eh.
Yeah, it's like introducing the lore, which is cool. It's bringing more like humanity to Spartans, which is a little interesting because they're just like killing machines. And it's pretty cool that they're not following the games that much because it's like separate alternate timeline. I read,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna follow the games. But I mean, they're still gonna have
It makes
Covenant
sense.
and Cortana and Halo and like the
They showed his
iconic
face
shit.
episode 1, so I mean, I assume they weren't following the games when they did that. I was
Yeah,
like, what the
yeah.
fuck? I was
That
like,
was
all right.
I was like, how do I feel about this?
I could have waited like a couple episodes to see that.
Exactly. Like they could have fucking cock teased me a little better than that.
They could have pulled on the They could have took us down to the parlor and played with us a little bit. But I get it. I guess they're trying to shock us early, get us in early because they got to get the views up. Makes sense from like
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
business standpoint. Like you gotta. They showed his face, and then everyone people are gonna watch it. Yeah, Master Chief's face. Like, oh, I gotta watch it now.
Yeah.
But I did like. I thought the elites were corny, but not corny enough. But like just right, just right. With
The CGI for a lot of the
corny,
stuff was very corny, yeah.
but
I mean, they were catching fucking bodies in that first episode.
bodies. Yeah, it was a good first episode. I would suggest everybody listening to go and watch Halo. At least try. If you're a nerd gamer, you gotta watch
Yeah,
it.
you gotta at least give it a shot. It's worth it, I would say.
Yeah, it's wrong if you don't.
Absolutely.
It's wrong if you don't. But you gotta give it the old college attempt.
The old college try.
Yeah, that's what they say. The old college attempt, the old college try. You might hate it, might love it.
All right, so film wise,
Let's
like what got you in the film?
I don't. So I guess it's weird. I just movies for me always started off with like VHS tapes, and my mom
Yeah.
just like putting them in and then like watching them. So it was a lot of. It
Like
was a lot, I wouldn't say,
kids movies.
yeah,
Like
yeah, I want to go back.
the old orange
Land Before.
Rugrats tape.
Yes, yes, yeah. Actually, it's still somewhere in this house. I actually we have a closet full of VHS tapes
For
somewhere.
real?
Yeah, still have a couple. The orange one somewhere, but it was like Land Before Time. Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Animation,
Love
and then
Iron
like
Giant.
I guess like my one film as a kid that was like my crack was Toy Soldiers with the GI Joes that came to life.
God. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's a
That
little
movie made me like uncomfortable in a weird way. Just because like how they looked.
Yeah, they had awkward energy. But the older I got,
awkward energy.
the older I got, small soldiers. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. But the older I got, that got creepier. And then I guess Star Wars was big. Harry Potter. Like I was never like early game was never introduced to critical film, if you want to put it like that. Like
Yeah, I get
film that was
saying.
like meant to like
actually like
art,
trigger
like
your brain.
Yeah, artistic film. So a lot of it was like the marketing, like what parents take you. Well, we grew up in an era where it wasn't as regular. Then once that stuff became regular, I guess I started gravitating towards. I really just I like thrillers. I guess
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed going to see stuff that was a little bit mind altering in the sense I needed. I mean, I'm trying to think of one that really pops out in my head. That was just like all right, so like Inception. That's a good one because that was kind of when I was like younger, high school,
yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "This is crazy."
I mean, that's
like,
fucking Christopher Nolan. He's
that
an amazing director.
I knew then that I was like, "All right, this is something I want to get interested." Like, I'm for sure like movies, and then, I just kind of like they've always been there. I feel like movies, and then like someone like whether it was like Gladiator, my uncle telling us to watch like, what's the Mel Gibson one where Braveheart, and then the other one where when he's out, a lot of war movies growing up though.
Patriot,
my grandpa,
Patriot. I love the Patriot.
It's
like one of my
Westerns
favorite
war
movies.
Westerns. That's why we're. Fun fact: so Craig and me, I'll call him his real name, Shane.
You can call
our
him
name.
Craig.
The reason he's named Shane is because of the
The
movie where they
movie
go,
Shane,
Shane! Yeah. The Western
that
one.
old Western movie Shane.
Yeah,
Really? I
yes.
didn't know that.
And his middle name is Wyatt because of Wyatt Earp.
Yeah,
I'm doxing my brother, but
that's
it
fucking.
just I
That's
just want to
actually
say
funny.
what we're forged from, and I'm Dean
Yeah.
because of that as well, because of films and Western culture. So yeah, you could say they're pretty big in our lives, and then uh, yeah, I guess I started going to school for film as well. So
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't really,
that's true.
yeah, I didn't really know. I just because I wanted to just like more of like the video, the
Videography.
cinematography,
Yeah,
yeah, the
exactly.
cinematography side, not because I'm because I'm honestly like not a movie
Like,
nerd like that, like a
I'm sure you're
junkie.
not
Like
like writing scripts or anything like
I hated that part, but I did though. I find the whole movie making process very alluring and interesting, and
Absolutely, I find it
the
very
pro
interesting too.
the team. It's a very team oriented sport, art. Very team oriented. I like to call it a sport because it feels very competitive
Yeah,
in the film industry. But I've always gravitated towards film. I mean, as we know, we spend plenty of times getting in the Steve's rat hole. What do you want to call that? Watching some far off
in the basement.
cinematography.
Yeah, bro, absolutely. Like
So
I showed you guys Donnie Darko, and I've told you
yeah,
guys like many times that was the movie that like really started like getting me into film and what film could actually like do and how far it could go.
yeah, that was transformative for us. I think that's what I because I started off school as game design, and then I was like, fuck this, and then we started watching all those movies in the basement with you and
Yeah,
Steve, and I was like, bro, like let's just figure out how to do this. Like this is Into the Void.
into the
That was
void.
another.
Yeah,
I mean, there's countless films watched down there. Honestly, that were just we'd have like one weird one a week where we'd fire it up, whether it was or documentaries. I always thought that was big too. I love documentaries. Big fan.
I I do enjoy the
Good docs.
occasional documentary. Yeah, it's
I
not. I
like the
wouldn't say
realism
it's
stuff.
my favorite, but they're
I like
good.
the I like because they're like almost like a middle ground between like live news and like film, and I think
Yeah,
that's my background with my my mom being where she was with working in news for like 30 years.
yeah, yeah.
Being around that, I've always like thought news was cool, but then I've also liked film, and then like docs are just like right up my cut wop. Lily love a good
Mm-hmm.
love a good doc night.
Good Doc Night. I love how
Yeah,
it's like kind of a more entertaining like history lesson. That's the best part about
exactly.
documentaries.
Or
You're
just like
like
an update on
learning in school, but
yeah,
not in school.
and it's usually fresh, like in terms of like you get some like far off information that because the world's so vast, there's so many things that we just don't know, and someone makes
Yeah,
a doc about like why chickens are dominating like East Asia, and then you're just like, yeah, I'm just that's probably not true, but like you know what I mean, like there could be
yeah,
some
those
weird
are
doc, and it's
fucking
like there's like
wild.
all these like weird like correlations to like and you're just like, all right, but then you leave it thinking like you're a genius. I remember one was a good one. It was General Sal's chicken. It was about
What?
it was on Netflix. No, it was so good
I've
though,
never
and
even heard of this before.
I should
General
watch it. I
Tso's
had to
chicken.
find it's about General Tso's and like its evolution of like of Asian food in American culture and like
Uh huh.
how General Tso's chicken was made because it was this like there's no like exact pinpoint of who created General Tso's because obviously that's not Chinese food that was made
Yeah, it's American.
to like accommodate Western palates and I think there was so the guy who like lays claim to it, I don't know his name, but it was definitely like a weird moment where this like really infamous famous Chinese chef was just like whipping bricks up for royalty and then there was some Westerners coming and they knew that like they weren't gonna vibe with like traditional Chinese. So
Yeah,
he made this like sweet, heat, savory chicken dish and they ate it and then it was just like this Western.
started flying off the plate.
Yeah, people are like, we need this shit. Like, we need
Yeah,
this sent. We need these ingredients. We need this sent to my place now. Like, and then like, boom. That's one story. And there's other ones, but see, that's what I'm saying. Weird shit that you're just like, now you think you're a fucking genius.
yeah. Shit you didn't even know about beforehand.
check it out though. No, it's on Netflix. I'm
I'll have
pretty
to
sure.
check it out though. What would you say is like some of your favorite like film or television like right
Well,
now that you're
right
that
now,
you're
like
older, yeah.
current.
Yeah.
I mean, I look. I held off on Succession for a long time,
Bro,
and
I've tried to I try to push Succession on like everyone I know cuz it's so
it,
good. It's one of the like best written shows on TV.
Succession is peak entertainment.
It
Like
really is.
I can't. I waited, and I had people tell me watch it. They watch it. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait till like it builds up some seasons because I don't want to be. I see how you got like in the modern era you see the junkies like
No,
when they're
that was me because
you know
I
you
binged
binge it.
season 1 and 2 and I was like, fuck, I have to wait
Yes,
now.
and then you have to wait, and I didn't want to have that feeling because I knew, so I held off because I knew it was good. I knew I'd like it's about just like everything. It has like that the power structure, and it's got, but it's just the way it's done. The way it's shot, the way it's portrayed, the way they scale wealth and like they capture wealth.
hmm
It's not a it's about them being rich, but it's not, and it's like
Yeah, it's
you know it's like
I don't know.
portrayed
They
in
just
like
move like
differently. It feels like
way differently than
you feel like
anyone
you
I
on
know.
yeah, it's very like you feel like you're part of this like someone that
Yeah,
owns a media conglomerate. I mean, I don't know how else to
exactly. Like
describe it. Like
it's like a lot of give and take in like between their relationships. Some people
yes,
are giving more, others are taking a lot more. And they find a real good balance in the show to keep it like entertaining and fucking hilarious, honestly. The
it's a
show is
roll. It's
so
like it's
funny.
up and down, up and down. You like, characters are up, they're down, they're up, they're down. You're rooting for them, you're against them, and then you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
can't. And it's evolving so consistently that there's no way that you can't like it. Like, I mean, I from a someone that just likes storytelling standpoint, you'll like it.
hmm
I don't
Oh,
think maybe
absolutely.
yeah, that's really what it is for me. I was just like, I couldn't stop watching it. Like I was watching it every chance I could, and so that by far blew me away. I mean, absolute phenomenal show. It's got to be in my top 5. Honestly, I
Yeah.
have TV of all time. Now, I guess movie recently. See, movies have been for me the last 2 years have been
hmm
in a tough place for me, like mentally. I think I've seen a
Uh
lot, but nothing's like stuck with
yeah,
me
I feel
like
like
hard.
with the pandemic and like lockdown and not being able to go to theaters or anything for like almost 2 years pretty much kind of
It's
slowed down a lot of like big movies because like before the pandemic we were getting like Avengers and like huge
blockbusters.
blockbuster movies. Then that all stopped and then we were just getting literally nothing, which is
Yeah, like
terrible.
I'm trying to think like even from the Oscar list. Like I guess you know what I mean? They don't feel like I haven't like felt like one like stuck to me. Like nothing like felt like very mind
Yeah.
imprinting in the way like I don't know, maybe it's my content brain just being overloaded and I'm not like getting you know what I'm saying? Like 'cause there's so much now that
No,
I
yeah, I know
just
what you're
feel
talking about because we're getting
but
bombarded right now with
yeah, there's
so
just so
much.
much
Not all of
stuff.
it's good either.
I remember just like when movies like Us came out
hmm
where people like it would just like stick or if you watched it everyone had to see it and I'm just
Yeah,
like
like
now
opening day or it's
I'm
getting
like running
spoiled.
yeah I'm just like trying to think about like a movie in the last year I'm like I was that would really pop out I mean I like Dune I thought Dune was good
Oh
Dune
yeah,
was was
love
good
Dune.
I love those type I love like I guess just say I'm a big fan of like stories that have longevity. So I like the
Yeah.
Marvel stuff because of that. So I've always liked I like Spider Man.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
plus we were like reading comics and stuff back then, so it
yeah,
kind of pops up in our brains a lot easier.
yeah. There's like the mystical world of Disney always seems to just somehow be in my head, even though I hate Disney. But
Yeah, exactly.
so like, even I guess the Slap King Will Smith. I
The
saw King Richard.
Slap King.
I saw King Richard,
I
and
did not see King Richard.
it was like it was good, but it's just like at the same time, it's like I just felt like I was
It's
watching
just Will Smith being Will
the
Smith.
Pursuit of Happiness
Yeah,
again
yeah,
in some way.
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, good, and then um
That's exactly what it looked like to me.
it was, I guess for me, movies have just been, I like them and I see them. I mean, I'm a movie
Yeah.
pass holder. I should not, the Regal, I should see them. I saw a lot. Fuck, and what's one a weird one that stuck out to me? The one where it's about a Twitter shit. Ooh, I'm just gonna bother me. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but it's
Twitter
about Twitter
shit.
drama with two chicks, and they're both, one's an escort and one's a stripper.
Oh, I know. I didn't. They made like a movie about that. I didn't
Yes,
see
I
it though.
saw
I know
that, and I
exactly
thought
what you're
I
talking
left.
about.
That was one I had no expectations for. I need to know now. Fuck.
Yeah.
Does anybody know where's Amy when I need her? But fucking that was, I saw that and I left it. If anyone's listening, it might click if they've seen it.
Yeah.
It's about Twitter drama. It's good. It's got the, I don't even know the actor. The one dude. It's the one
The
dude. The
dude
one
from
chick.
Succession, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, yeah. It's like it's a good weird, like, it's not like a, well, like I should say, like, beautifully crafted film, but it's just like such a unique story, and the way
Yeah,
they do
the
it
story really
is,
is
it stuck out in my
captivating.
head, and it was just like top tier stuff. I liked it. That was one that stuck out to me.
That's dope. I feel like you would I mean, I know you're doing the Squallathon right now, so you can't really get out much. But I feel like you would enjoy uh what is it? Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie was actually fucking incredibly entertaining, well edited, well acted. Cinematography was fucking peak. It was an all around great film, and you should definitely check that out if you're looking for like something to really stick out to you. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw The Green Knight like last year, and that was like
Oh
one of those
yeah, I
movies
remember
for
that.
me. I fucking love The Green Knight.
You were preaching that hard. I need to see that. That's on. I know. I remember when that came out, and I was like, I saw a lot of mixed emotions about it, but I knew that was up your
Yeah,
alleyway. You love that far. It's like got that Into the Void energy,
exactly.
where it's just like you're watching it and you're just like, these are cool. Like, I don't know what the hell just happened, but like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But like
It was
what's
like,
crazy is like now I guess the film industry is like introducing, since TikTok is such like a huge thing,
mm.
introducing like TikTokers in the film, like Bryce Hall being casted in this film called Skill House,
Yeah, I saw
which
that
is
in the thing, and I'm like, what the? You gotta update me here. I have
bro,
no idea.
I have no idea what it is. I just saw this pop up. Like it's a TikTok inspired horror film that's a dark satire on social media and influencer culture. But like we live that shit, so why would we even need a film like that? It's mainly to me
Horror,
a cash grab, and
yeah.
fucking it's I don't think it's good for the film industry, to be honest.
So it's called Skill House, and it's like a TikTok. Okay, I'm trying to, and then yeah, I mean, I don't, but that's how it is. I think it's a trend that there's always been movies that
It is a
hop on
trend,
trends,
yeah.
right? And like think about all. I'm trying to think of like I'm not trying to throw shade at it, but like scary movies, right? Like I like scary
Like
movies, but
yeah,
they
the
just like
satire
they
movie,
know what's
parody
like
film.
hot, and they know what's like what people want to see, and they know what people want to hear, and this is the dude that the youth generation, the young generation,
Yeah.
maybe they want they're throwing a dart at the board. I hope it doesn't do well, but it
I
probably
hope
will.
so either.
But
I
it
hope it does
probably
not.
will.
I hope it flops terribly.
I'm sure we'll see. ads for it like every day. We'll go to sleep, we'll see an ad in our brain. They'll figure out Amazon is gonna be doing all that. But
Yeah, it's like trend hopping. I wouldn't say it's like that movie Spree, but kind of is at the same time. But Spree was like, in
that's
my
with
opinion,
Joe
actually
Keery.
good. Yeah, exactly. It's an
Oh, I saw
actual
Spree.
actor.
Yeah, I like Spree. I thought Spree was very right up the alley, especially if you're into this internet culture.
Yeah,
You'll like Spree. Spree's good. And then that's what I'm gonna compare this film to. You know what? Fuck it. I'll watch it. But I'll
I'm not gonna
turn it
watch
off in 30 minutes if it's bad.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I just want to know though, just for the kicks. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like a like I'm gonna hate watch it. That's it.
Hate
And then
watch it.
I'll turn it off in 30 if I feel I'm wasting my time.
I
But
think
it's gonna be one of those.
the one of the movies I hate watched was fucking Aquaman.
You
Like
watched it all the way through?
I watched it all the way through. Still
That's crazy.
fucking hated it.
Yeah, that's the one time we walked out of a movie theater. I had
Yeah,
never done that in my
I
entire life.
specifically remember that moment.
Yeah, yeah. You got up and we're like, "Let's go." I was like, "Yeah, you right." I was like, "We're out." We just got up, left, and we were just so mad because we didn't really know what was going on, and we were just like, "What do we just do?" And we're like, "I don't know. What do we do?" I was like, yeah, "I don't know, dude." I think that all I do is remember that. I mean, we're sitting like very close to the front too, so it was already like a stretch for us to enjoy it. And we were like, all right, we're way too front heavy. This is too bad to be this close.
Yeah.
And we were like, it hurt me a lot, but it's it's fine. We'll see. I guess we're getting a second one.
True.
Money came through. So
did you watch the trailer for that David Cronenberg movie?
the which one? The Crimes?
Crimes of the Future. I can play it on.
You have it up. Yeah, I was it'd be good to play it. Let's just run it back. I did watch it on my phone, but I see you have it up.
Yeah, bro, that's
yeah.
I bet you're like, what the fuck did I just watch?
No, I remember. So I don't really know much about David Cronenberg. I mean, I'm personally, but that looked. I mean, what the fuck?
He's
what?
like mostly known for a movie did called The Fly. It's about a guy that turns into a fly. Fucking disgusting film. Yeah,
that looked disgusting. I just saw Kristen Stewart shove a fucking thing in her eye and like then stab a body
cup her
out of me.
Yeah,
what?
For sure.
What the frick?
I think I saw something on Twitter where she was like, so it takes place in the future where like people don't really feel pain the same way, and they
obviously
experience like sexual pleasure through doing these things to themselves, and like that's how they're intimate.
What?
Yeah, man.
I mean, talk about like this is where like I always think about when these films as like the people that cook this shit up. Like, oh my god, I don't even know how they cook it up.
Yeah, no. I mean, David Cronenberg is like he
found that script
horror.
and he was like, this is it. This is the one good idea. Fucking
like
line it up.
Body horror kind of, yeah. And there was actually a Rick and Morty episode where
with the dudes with the Hell guys, because that gave me the Hell guy vibes.
Oh no, that's like Hellraiser.
Oh, yeah,
it was like in the first season where they fucking like ruined like their universe. They had to leave and go to another one because everyone turned into like a Cronenberg monster because they were falling in love with Morty. I think it was the one with like the Morty like love cologne.
Oh
thing.
yeah, when he did the potion because he tried to get
the love potion.
yeah, exactly. And then everybody was like, "Oh, morning, morning," and they're just like, "Yeah, yep, makes sense." I
Yeah,
mean, that shit,
exactly.
that was disturbing enough for a minute and 30. That was a minute. That was
I know.
one of those things where I'm sure I'll watch it and I'm sure I will want to cry after. I mean,
Like
or it's gonna.
it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, and people were walking out of the movie,
Yeah, that's definitely not one
which
for
is
the
always
critics.
like interesting to me.
Because
Because
who
like
goes
it
to
takes
Cannes?
it takes a lot for someone to just walk out of the theater. Besides a
But
movie being bad like Aquaman.
yeah, I mean, I would assume I'm gonna think here that like, but like I'm just saying, let's think about who goes to Cannes. Like, are they just pretentious, pompous people that are just, or like who goes to Cannes? Like who gets invited? How does
Yeah,
that even
it's
work?
like you can. I'm pretty sure anyone can go. You just need to buy a ticket. But I mean, it's in France.
And they're probably expensive.
Yeah,
And you the see the I would just
but it's a
I
lot
was
of
saying
critics. I'm pretty sure.
to walk out. I'm assuming there has to be a plethora of other films to go see. That like you'd have to feel comfortable enough to just walk out of a movie, you know,
I mean, yeah, or it just made people
or
that
it's that
that
crazy.
uncomfortable.
But
Yeah,
that's good, right? I feel like at the end of the day, when you're talking to the masses, like now I'm intrigued. Now I'm like, all right, it's one of those things like it's so scary. Like you'll walk out of the theater and like, people are gonna
yeah,
be like, no,
exactly.
I'm not a bitch. Like I'll watch that. Like, like come on, like you think you don't think I can handle that shit? And you'll be in
Yeah,
there just like crying your eyes out by the end. That was like me when I was younger with like Jurassic Park. I convinced my mom to take me to see that. Then I was like, I thought
yeah.
dinosaurs were gonna come eat me for like a week. No, it was what movie was that? War
War
of
of
the
the
Worlds.
Worlds.
I went to I was like, Mom, let's go see that shit. Was that Mark Wahlberg?
No, it's
No,
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise. Fuck, I don't know why I got those two mixed up.
Yeah,
Uh yeah, I couldn't sleep for like 2 weeks.
shit's
That was
fucking that
I thought aliens were
that
real.
shook me as well. Okay.
Yeah, I was way too young to see that shit.
I
Thought aliens
remember
were real.
like accidentally seeing like Predator like when I had to have been like 8 or something. And I saw the dude's like head just fucking
It,
explode and I was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, it was when you're too young. Like
And
there's
then it showed fucking the Predator alien. I was so like freaked
you're like,
out.
yep, you're like that shit's real,
I
and like
couldn't
you're
sleep
so
for like a
convinced.
week,
Yeah,
bro.
you're
It was
so convinced
crazy.
because logic doesn't. You don't have that logic thing in your brain. Like, well, this is fake, but then you're just like, nah, this shit's real. Like in your brain when you're younger, you're like, nah, like the lightning. I remember lightning storms. I'd freak out. I'd be like, fuck,
Like a
they're
dog.
coming. Yeah, I'd be like, oh my god, they're coming down. Like I'd be staring at, looking at lightning. Like, get the
Yeah,
fuck away. I'm
that's
done.
fucking hilarious.
I'm done.
But
I'm fucking
are
done.
you looking forward to any films coming out? I know we've been like checking out trailers like on our
Yeah.
own. Primarily
The,
like I mean for
the
me
year
it's
now.
definitely The Northman,
You know. Yeah.
Men and Doctor Strange for sure.
The Northman is looking. That's
That
looking
movie. I
pristine.
still can't get over the dude fucking catching the spear and just launching it.
I ran
Right.
that clip back maybe 20 times because it was so hard body.
Bro,
Like
I've seen it so hard.
there's something about just Vikings that gets me going. I don't know what it is, but that
Same, dude.
lore, it's just like when they
I
do it
love
right,
Viking lore.
and just the I honestly, it's got Revenant vibes with, and I know they're not this. I don't think it's the same director. I don't think it at all.
It's
But like
not.
but like with the realism feeling, you know,
Yeah.
when it feels like
Like
you're
you really
in
feel like
the
you're there.
trenches with them. Like
Yeah.
you're just that's the shit with Viking. Like I've always felt that's gonna be the X factor in this movie is that
Hmm.
we're gonna feel it. We're gonna feel like we're in that Viking mindset, and then you're gonna leave it either like holy shit, or you're gonna leave exhausted because you're just gonna be like, I felt
Yeah.
like I just lived an insane Viking
Put
life.
through the ringer for sure.
I'm excited for that. I'm pumped for obviously Strange. I'm just, and then I guess I feel like what else I saw? I saw another one off the top. Is there another A24 on the way that's coming?
Men.
Men. Yes,
Alex
that's what it
Garland's
was.
Men,
Yes,
which
Men.
looks like a very very interesting. I don't know if it's supernatural or science fiction.
Yeah, what it is, but it looks interesting. That one was like it feels like it's very on time, very on tempo with the current times of the
Yeah,
world too.
I was
So
literally thinking that.
it should rub feathers differently.
For
And I think that's
sure. Like
what
it
some
feels like it really puts you in the shoes of women. I mean, I'm not trying to speak on what it feels
on
like
the
to be a woman.
yeah. I mean, especially
If you
with like
see the trailer, you'll get it.
you'll see. Yeah, it's just consistent. Well, the title of the film, Men.
Yeah, exactly.
Just men everywhere. So it's I'm excited for it. I do like I said, I love that thriller vibe where like the build up where there's gonna be some crazy climax and like some twists, some turns,
Yeah.
some eeriness. I just I love like I love watching a movie and I feel like I'm in a 12-round boxing match. I don't know how I'm gonna come out. Those are the movies I live for. I love the ones where I'm like, you get down in the trenches, you get the extra large fucking drink because you're ready for war. You might throw some popcorn in on that day, and you're just gonna
Yeah.
sit there and you don't know how you're walking out.
Yeah.
You're coming in with a big. We've been training all week for it, but boom, boom,
That's how
boom.
I feel about Crimes of the Future. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. Might throw up in theater, but whatever. It's
That
worth the
yeah,
experience, bro. For
that's
sure.
a 12 round. That's a 12 rounder on its way. That might be extra.
Absolutely.
I might go 13. I mean, that's just like
Absolutely.
that's a mental scar right there.
So going into television news, actually, the Star Wars Visions got renewed for a second season, and it's premiering later this year.
Pumped,
I'm so pumped for that, dude.
pumped.
I actually, funny enough, didn't finish the full first season of Star Wars Visions. I think I didn't watch the last one or two. The one with like the furries. Didn't watch that
Oh
one.
yeah, the little yeah.
But like
It's
I fucking love Star Wars Visions. It was sick.
I like how they took a great Netflix idea with the Love, Death, and Robots and they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
Star
yeah.
Warsed it, and I just was like genius.
It
This is
was
so
absolutely
Disney. I love
genius,
that.
dude. I'm all for
Love
anthology work.
yeah, love when they like it was just because like Love, Death, and Robots was I guess my first experience with like like well I guess Black Mirror I guess with there's no correlation amongst the stories
Yeah,
and it's just kind of like a body of work. And I love how they kind of Disneyfied it and they made it Star Wars, where it's just like you get little segments of like what almost like the what ifs with the Marvel. Everyone started biting off of this once when they
yeah.
saw it worked. I guess that's another Disney thing. I don't know what I'm saying.
It is
But
another
they
Disney
but
thing.
they realize that like you get segments. It's almost like the concept with like the short form media where you just get a 13-15 minute
hmm
banger and then you get a completed story and then you're just like, oh, let me just watch another one. You don't feel like you get a nice little like a little dopamine rush. I like it, and
A little
I'm excited for more. I'm excited for more because we love anime out here. So
we
it's
do
when
love
we get
anime out here.
that that fix, and I get it with my Star Wars fix, like in
Yeah,
one. I mean, you're talking about a hell of a drug, and then we're talking about season like multiple like episodes of different variations.
exactly, dude. I'm fucking pumped and ready for it. Absolutely.
I
Speaking of
heard people.
Disney, have you checked out Moon Knight yet? Probably not, cause
Yeah,
you're.
yeah, I did. I watched
Oh,
the
you
first
actually did,
episode. I tried my best to watch everything that I could
like
before
beforehand.
this started.
Yeah.
Eh, uh, but I would say I'm excited to get back into Moon Knight. I know the first episode was kind of like I felt like my brain was Moon Knight as a character has schizophrenia, right? Or
Yeah,
like some
multiple
sort
personality disorder.
multiple disorder. Yeah, so that's what I felt like. I'd assume
I think it's
that's what
dissociative
watching
identity
it.
disorder.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? But then I guess as if you know anything about the character, then like that's what you should expect. And they capture
Exactly.
that wonderfully because it's like you don't know what the fuck is going on. You feel like your brain is getting like, you're like what, and then you're
So
it's
much.
what all over the place. But it was
Exactly.
good. I like that. I was just like, it's
And
a different. It was
Oscar Isaac is fucking fantastic acting
yeah, he's
wise in
killing
Moonlight.
it, bro,
Like he's
killing it because
actually
he's.
killing it.
I mean, that's hard. You're playing a character who has multiple personality
Yeah.
disorder. So he's like swapping in and out of like accents. I
Different
think he did it for a
accents,
little bit.
yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, what? Like that's so hard to do. Like, and it's very seamless. Like he definitely put a lot of time and effort
Yeah.
into this. And I think we're gonna see that as it plays out.
Absolutely.
Where
There was a scene in like the most recent episode where he like just like switched accents like instantly. It was like insane. Like you could see like the transformation because they just like showed him. They didn't like skip away like they did like throughout the first episode. They like
oh
actually
shit.
showed him like changing into like a different part of himself
Person
from
out.
like
Yeah.
Mark to Steven.
Oh, I mean, that's why I'm excited to see like, how they do all that because, I mean, that's obviously going to make or break it, and it
Oh
seems that
yeah.
thing. They're doing it very well. That's what I'm saying. His skill is that's almost like if you're like from a music standpoint, if you're like rapping and then you just start singing out of nowhere, like it's just like, well, how the fuck did you just do that? So the average viewer might be like, "Oh, that's not that impressive," but like I promise you, try to do an accent and then
Accents.
do it
Yeah.
well and act,
Good day, mate.
and then they
That
snap
was
back
terrible.
into yeah, and then it snapped right back into like another perfect version. I don't know where he's even from. So
He's American. I want to say.
yeah, I don't know. He's got me fooled. I don't know. Actors are have no nationality in my opinion. They're
Yeah,
just once
yeah, you're
they
right.
pass a threshold,
Once
they're
you
just
can
walking
effectively pull
canvases.
off accents like that, like
Yeah, you're just a walking human. You
yeah,
have no nationality.
you're
You're just
worldwide at
out
that
there.
point.
Yeah,
You're just human.
yeah. You're just it. You're just that. You're a thing.
That's so funny. One last thing I want to talk about Stranger Things. I actually
Yes.
haven't watched the trailer, so I'm just gonna watch that real quick. Wait, let me pull it up for you. I
Oh,
might
you
have.
haven't watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh God. Yeah. Pull it up.
I had to
Pull it up.
fucking turn away from fucking Discord because there was an ass on my screen.
Yeah. Well, you sent that ass, bruh.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's very, like you said, chaotic.
Chaos. I mean,
Very chaotic. I
I don't
just want
know.
to know how they're gonna string that together to make sense. Because
I
like the previous seasons have made sense. They were entertaining. Well, made sense to a point. But it looks like
yeah.
they're coming out of like the 80s. I'm pretty sure it's in like the 90s by now.
Late 80s, early
Later, yeah,
90s.
exactly.
Me, that's what it feels like. I mean, obvious time skip they have to implement here because they're all in high school, and then
Yeah.
like I don't know how deep in high school they are,
What
but
were they even? I don't even know like what they were
what grade they were
in.
in.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah,
idea what grade they were
I
in
think
in
they
the
were
other
like
movie.
middle schoolers, and they were like seventh, eighth graders, or like I think, I think that's where they were. They were in middle school, and
Yeah.
then the I don't know. I think they might have been freshmen because I remember
I
Nancy.
feel like I
Because
remember them being freshmen, yeah.
Nancy and Steve were like in
Seniors.
working. They were
Oh,
working in the
they
last
were
season.
seniors in the first season and
Yeah, and then they were
they
working
were
in the
working
later
in the
ones because
yeah,
Nancy was working as like a reporter, and then Steve was like, well,
that
obviously the
scoops scooped the whole
iconic Scoop Steve,
yeah, yeah.
1986. So that's what the reports are coming in at 1986.
1986, okay. So it's a year later after Billy's death, apparently.
Yeah. So
So they
I
would
mean,
have been in like 8th grade, I guess. Or
now
freshman.
they're like
I have
sophomores.
no idea.
Sophomores. They're in high school regardless. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
the I mean, I am excited for it. I don't know. I feel like Stranger Things here could either they'll do good. The budget's high. It's gonna be
The
interesting.
budget's very high.
They're gonna be throwing in a lot of more of the demis, the gorgons, a lot more
Yeah,
gorgonites. It looks like a lot more of a bigger universe. You know, they're opening it up like multiple sets with like
yeah,
different, like obviously Russia's involved here
yeah.
and a
Hopper's in
new
like Russia.
area, obviously a new villain, or we finally get to see the humanoid villain,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
That can talk.
Steve has chest hair? Question mark? Question mark? I
Question
don't
mark?
know what that
Question mark?
was. Looks
Yeah,
like maybe like
he's not wearing a shirt for
he
some
also had a
reason.
mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
when he
his
hopped out
hair
of the
was
car.
just all over the place too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he
Looks
looks
Steve's
disgruntled.
really fucking hanging out with these kids still, and that's I don't get it.
And he's with his ex again.
Yeah.
Where's the? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Who knows? It looks like we're gonna have some chaos here. I mean, it just looks. Like I said, it looks chaotic. I think that's the best way to describe what the trailer was and what to expect in season 4. Chaos.
Absolutely. Just utter utter chaos. I can't wait to see it. It looks interesting at least.
Well, you have to watch it in 2 volumes, so enjoy that because Netflix seems to now be gatekeeping their good content with volumes.
Yeah, don't even get me started. I hate what they're doing to JoJo's right now.
They're doing it with
I fucking
doing it with
hate it.
Stranger Things too, volumizing all their work just because they know it's what the people want. They're just wait a
Yeah,
month,
people want the
everyone
binge
talk about it.
content.
Yeah, they got us addicted. You know, it's just like they did it well. They got everyone addicted to one format. Now they're like dripping us, and here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, that does it for the podcast. Thank you for being on. I appreciate it, dude. Do you have any closing statements? Let people know where they can find you.
Well, if you're listening in right now on a podcast platform, you
Yeah,
could find me
Spotify,
on
Apple
Spotify, but
Podcast.
or on Apple. Well, not on Apple Podcasts, but if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, you can listen to some of the greatest hits that I've ever created. Just Sqwalla, Sqwalla, and you can check us out. Check me out. I don't know. There's not multiple people. I have Moon Knight syndrome. Likes to do some music. Also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sqwalla, and you could come chill with the chat right now in the middle of a Squallathon.
Still
Been live
going
for day 14. So pretty epic podcasting while
while
thawning.
live streaming.
We're doing it all here.
Many days in.
Doing
That's
it
sick,
all.
bro.
We're gonna hopefully beat last year's record, so we'll see.
Yeah, so get in there and sub to my man Sqwalla.
Yeah. If you're
Get in
hearing
there,
this,
send subs.
just
Make
join
them
the channel. You'll
keep
hear it. We'll be
streaming.
live still when this comes out. So slide through. We'll be there. /Sqwalla. Download Twitch. Just type in
Just download
SQWALLA.
Twitch, yeah.
Easy clap. It's on your phone. Download. Join.
Get your credit cards out.
Come hang out with
Only
us.
$5.
You can catch the podcast creator here in the
Yeah,
chat too.
I'm always in chat,
You
lurking.
could pick his brain. Do it.
Ask me anything.
You could curse him out. You could tell him you love him. Maybe don't curse him out, but
Yeah.
tell him your opinions.
All right,
Tell him
bro.
why he's wrong. Tell him why he's wrong. All right, man.
That does it.
All right, peace.
I'll check you on your stream. Actually, I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.